I think the best opportunity to overlap here in the next week, the next 2 weeks or so, is
it's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central. Happy Sunday, everybody. Today is January 12th, 2025. I want to talk a little bit about this post right here that went up about 20 hours ago. You've seen it already. I've seen it already. I just kind of want to break down some of the dates and give a huge shout out to one of the best members of the Hero Wars Dominion era community. That is Hero Wars Guide. First of all, let's read through the post here. It's worth noting that just like last week, whenever the events were all moving around, the Orion Brawl and all of that, all of this is subject to change. All right, just be mindful that things could be shuffled around a little bit, but what we can do is what we can talk about. What we can talk about is what we have, and if it changes, obviously, you know, it is what it is. So tonight, in just about 12 hours or so, depending on where you are in the world or what version of the game that you're playing, we have Ascension to Asgard going live. Ascension to Asgard is it's a hero Ascension leveling event. It is a nice little overlap with the Great Storm. Not a lot of double dipping opportunities here. You have the spend energy, I guess, which is the same as in the Great Storm. If you haven't done the 15,000 energy on the Great Storm, or maybe you just haven't really felt the need to, Ascension to Asgard is a great opportunity to spend some energy. It's a low ROI event at 32% here. And by the way that this works is you have all of these tasks with all of these sliders and all of this line graph right here, and you can adjust the slider to determine like where the cutoff for the best value is. So for example, Ascension to Asgard, the best value for spending energy stops at 2,000 energy for the event. After you spend 2,000 energy during Ascension to Asgard, it's recommended to not spend any more, if that makes sense. Of course, you're going to, but if you can plan your Ascension to Asgard 3-day, whatever, to only spend 2,000, then you're not wasting energy bottles or emeralds on energy or anything like that. And you can do that same thing with every single one of these tasks. Like, the Ascension glyphs, for example, is another big one. Once you've spent once you've leveled up 11 Ascension glyphs, you really cap out at value unless you go ahead and spend 25, right? So if you're leveling up your Ascension trees for a given hero, once you get to 11 during the Ascension Asgard event, that's when it kind of starts to die off, right? So there would be 1, for example, and then I would just do 10 more. If I could get to 25, right, that's where this little peak starts to surpass the 11. So you can use that to kind of game the system, game the events a little bit to have the best value, the most efficient for emerald spin and all that for all of these events. But we're not really done there. We got to take a look into the future as well. Area of Conquest is coming back. Now, there's been nothing but people complaining about Area of Conquest. The bad news about Area of Conquest, guys, is that the Area of Conquest is an event that has shown to have the highest levels of engagement. Now, the argument is there that the highest level of engagement is only a thing because it requires you to log in and actually participate in Area of Conquest like 12 times per day, or sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on what you're trying to do. So the argument that's more engagement, I think what it means is people are spending more money, more resources during that event than actually like clicking into the event. But it could be like one of those false positives or statistical bias, or I don't know, that makes the developers think that AOC is more popular than it actually is. But the fact of the matter is it doesn't take much to participate, a few minutes every couple of hours at both. I'm not going to get into that here. I'm not going to argue the semantics of the event. You guys understand what's going on. We also have weaving patterns and a little bit more coming up as well. Portal anomaly a little bit later on. Let's take a look at the whole picture here. So we have Ascension to Asgard and the Great Storm going to overlap. The last day of the Great Storm is a good opportunity for a little bit of double dipping. All right, so we've got 1 day and 12 hours left, and that last day you'll have a little bit of overlapping with the spend energy task, the coins converting, the action points converting over to the different items in the at the end of the event for Great Storm. It is what it is. We don't need to get into that too much here. I've done a ton of videos about all of that, but that's kind of your first opportunity to double dip. Now we have this curious gap right here. Almost never do things line up like this. I think that this being the Area of Conquest, right here. I'm not sure why Colin hasn't put this here on the schedule. I don't know why he hasn't put this here yet. Makes me think that maybe Area of Conquest has changed, because usually Hero Wars Guide does not update this calendar until he has the full picture of what is happening. Okay, and this statement here, this was posted 20 hours ago, and maybe he's just taken the day off. Maybe he just hasn't got to it yet. But usually he can see the events in the game files this far out. We have this gap right here. Maybe maybe AOC is different. Wishful thinking, maybe. Emerald Waterfalls is the buy and sell emerald, event that happens all the time. We might have another emerald sale, but I doubt it right there. And then we have another opportunity here with Weaving Patterns, Elemental Synergy, and a Portal Anomaly. So Weaving Patterns is one of the more interesting events right now because of the huge bottleneck that is Golden Thread. It's one of the best ways to get Golden Thread. You can get, I think, like 3,650 Golden Thread. The average spending player, the average player can easily earn around 2,000 Golden Thread. The 3,650 is going to require you to spend 60,000 emeralds, spend 11,000 energy, and get 7,500 VIP. That's a lot of spending right there. That's a lot of buying stuff, right? This might be a good opportunity to buy the golden ticket for the current seasons or buy more map Mysterious Island subscriptions in order to get that. But if you're not thinking about buying any of those things, or if you've already bought all of those things, Weaving Patterns this time around, probably not a big spending event for me or for most people, right? The average Hero Wars player that is a slight spender, like I spend like $100 a month on this game, I really don't have much need for Golden Thread anymore. I'm at that point that all my patterns are at red, right? All I'm doing is spending Golden Thread on re-rolling for the red +1, the red star, the red bonus, whatever at the end, which, very low chance for me to actually get a good value out of that. So I'm not going crazy during Weaving Patterns here, but it does overlap a little bit with Elemental Synergy, right? We have spend emeralds, we have spend energy. That's really where the overlap ends, though. Of course, opening Outland Chest is a good place to spend emeralds. If you're trying to spend emeralds, that's one of the better places to spend. It's not the best place, but we also have this open Titan Artifact sphere right here. Elemental Synergy is the Titan Artifact event. I like this event a lot right now. Since the changes to the Titan event went live, it is going to be probably something that I do spend 65,000 emeralds on. Just the sheer volume of ancient Titan Artifact chests that you can get. Like, all of the good rewards in this event, it's at 103% ROI. It's just a good value, especially if you're still trying to level up your Titans, especially if you're still in that level, 100, 120 to 130 range for your Titans and your Titan artifacts and all of that. I like this event a lot, but it does have a 2-day overlap with a Portal Anomaly, which doesn't really have much overlap with Elemental Synergy, just some pretty basic stuff like spend emeralds. So I think that would be a bad idea to wait to overlap until then. I think the best opportunity to overlap here in the next week, the next 2 weeks or so, is the last day, obviously the last day of the Great Storm. If you didn't take advantage of Guardians of Outland and Great Storm yesterday or the day before, whenever it was, then you have a small opportunity here between Great Storm and Ascension to Asgard. And then the first day of Elemental Synergy with the last day of Weaving Patterns is going to be the play for me. And of course, getting a bunch of VIP. If you were waiting to find a good event to get VIP, to buy the golden ticket for the current season, let's see, I haven't bought Pet Season yet. I'm buying Pet Season, the golden ticket, because I believe that they're going to increase the color rank. I'm hoping that the Gift of the Sanctuary lets me promote my pets into the orange tier. Of course, it probably will not. Probably won't let us do that, unfortunately. Yeah, so I'll probably be re-upping my Mysterious Island subscription, my Ascension, or my City of Asgard subscription. I'll probably re-up that, and I'll probably re-up my well, I already said the golden ticket, all that. That's probably what I'm going to do it is during Weaving Patterns. I just kind of wish that Elemental Synergy had a get VIP task as well. It doesn't even have a buy emeralds task. So I'm thinking maybe I'm rethinking that now. I don't know. Anyway, if you're looking for all of the tasks for the pet season, I've got them on the website. Check them out if you would like. Trying to get retroactive XP for that golden task, then it's going to be the place to go and check it all out day to day. That's where I go and check it out. It's my own website. Wouldn't lie to you guys about that. But hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.